Hey there, Pastor Allen from Praise here. I hope you've been enjoying these daily devotionals from the pastoral staff at Praise. I know that I personally have, and I'm sure you have as well. If you haven't done it yet, make sure to hit like and subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can be made aware anytime we put out a new video. Today, we're going to be jumping into a new book. And it's a great book for us to be in for a while because there's 31 chapters. We are in Proverbs. Now, if Proverbs about anything, it is about wisdom. And I don't know that I'm going to take a great deal of time to define what wisdom is. Instead, I think I'm going to crowdsource that part of it. If you would, could you just put your definition or your understanding of the definition of wisdom in the comments below, and that way many people can kind of benefit from that discussion. I just want to read from a verse or two there in chapter 1. Here's what it says in Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and discipline. As we're diving into this book, which is all about wisdom, you're going to hear about it a lot. And the question is, where in the world do you begin? Of course, we want to know what it is, and that's hopefully why you're commenting below. But where do you begin in finding it, in capturing it, in holding to it? Well, this verse tells us, and I think it's so vital for us to understand. Here's what it says again. Fear of the Lord is the foundation of true knowledge. On Wednesday of last week, Pastor Nathan did an Instagram live video chat for the youth, and I dropped in just to kind of see what they were talking about. And he mentioned this idea that for me, this is what this comes down to. He talked about the fact that wisdom, or in many ways, that there's something that we need to do to tune our lives to what God might be speaking to us. And in our lives, there is a baseline that is necessary to even step into wisdom. I used to play bass. I was never a musician. There were real musicians that I knew, and I was never one of those. But I like to play. I still have a bass, but I don't play it ever. But I do remember every time that I would play, if I didn't get it quite in tune to start with, if I didn't get the strings to the right note to begin with, everything else I would have played would be out of tune with what everybody else was playing. There is a way to have a deep understanding, to have a deep knowledge. But at the base of it, if we do not have a fear of the Lord, and for now, let's define fear of the Lord as a fear of displeasing God. That if we do not have a deep desire to please God or to not want to displease Him, then we will never be in sync or in tune with the rest of creation. All of our knowledge will be shallow. All of our knowledge will be brittle. All of our knowledge will be out of tune with what God designed. So as we dive into Proverbs, begin with this. Do you want to please God? Because that is the beginning of true knowledge and wisdom. Boy, I hope that as we dive into this new book, that you are one of those who says, I fear the Lord, because that is the beginning of true knowledge. God bless.